Okay, so Sagittarius, let's talk about your current predicament right now. We have here an earth sign. So this is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And some of you are in a relationship with this person. When I mentioned earlier that somebody is telling you how much they need you, they're being a little bit needy this month. They're kind of like stepping out of their character. Usually they're very like reserved when it comes to their emotional expressions. They're not somebody that's mushy. And I feel like for this month they're going to come to you and they're going to be a little bit more on the needy end, and they're going to want you to like reaffirm them, to give them a lot more validation, and to give them that peace of mind that you're not going to leave them. Okay, so I feel like for some of you this is a marriage partner or somebody you're in a relationship with. Okay, and I also feel like if you're in a relationship with them, oh, I'm sorry. This is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Usually on the older end. Okay, so I feel like this might be somebody that you've known for quite some time. You have like a significant bond with. And there has been a lot of strife in this relationship. So here we have the Five of Wands, which is lack of consensus. This is overall lack of compatibility. You do things this way, they do things the other way, and you don't really see eye to eye with each other. They also, I'm feeling for some of you, they feel a little bit attacked by you. They feel like you're misjudging them, or they feel like you're being a little bit harsh with them. Okay? And so I would advise you, so here's going back to what I mentioned before. Are you really happy in the relationship? If you're happy, then you can take the relationship at face value, right? If you, on the other hand, you're not happy, if other things are not going smoothly in your life, like if work is not going well, if family life is not going well, be very, very careful about taking it out on the relationship partner that you're with. And being very careful about being very clear with yourself. Like, I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with that. And don't confuse arguments. Okay, so that means like they're doing this and you're not happy with this, and then you don't address it. So you kind of let it slide, and then the next day they do another thing, and then you're getting mad at that, and then you also drag up that other thing they did the other day, right? So being very clear about nipping problems in the bud as they come up. So for example, if they have a habit of being a little bit too gossipy, you can tell them, I don't like it when you talk about other people. Okay? Rather than just letting it slide, and then the next day they might, chew with their mouth open, and you confront them about that, and then you're also like, oh, by the way, yesterday you were talking about other people, and by that time it defeats the argument. Okay, so nipping things in the bud, if they're doing something that you're not happy with, I feel like it's important to talk about it right then and there when things are still fresh in everybody's mind. So I feel like you're with somebody and they're trying their best and they feel a little bit attacked. They feel like you're a little bit irritable. Okay, Sagittarius. So find ways to fix this. Okay? Are you mad at them or are you mad at something else? And from one human being to the next, we have like a code of conduct as to how to treat another person. And what goes around comes around. There is that law of, karma. So treat others the way we want to be treated, right? So I feel like you have some issues here with another person, and it's really important for you to fight fair, okay? It's really important for you to like talk about things with them and try to reach an agreement, okay? So this is an earth sign here, Sun, Moon, or Rising, okay? And they don't know what's going on, but they feel like you're a little bit irritable, okay? So that's what I'm sensing here. In the foundation, what we have here is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is kind of like, It's in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it's the man under the tree, and he's either in deep in contemplation, he's either deep in meditation, or he's just examining all the pieces of his life, and he's trying to figure out, am I really happy? So I feel like that's what you're doing right now. This is the Four of Cups, and in this depiction, it's sort of like, yes, you have suitors, you have people that are interested in you, but you're looking for that transformative, that grand love, okay? You're looking for this soulmate connection. You feel like it's out there, but you're just like, why isn't it coming in for me? When is it going to be my turn? So you want this all encompassing, great love relationship where the other person just gets you. And for some of us, our lessons in life is greatly about how to communicate, how to compromise, and how to work with other people, even though we might not agree with them. And then for others of us, their, relationship is not really their karma that they need to learn. So they're already given soulmate connections. And so the relationship sector is going to flow well. And so I feel like a lot of you're idealizing. You are kind of like that hopeless romantic, energy is settling in for this month, where you are looking for that grand love, and you're using that ideal grand love to measure against your current relationship. And you're just like, if I don't have this grand love, if I don't have this, total encompassing love, maybe I'm just better off being by myself. And so I feel like there are little things in your relationship that you're not satisfied with. And it's really important, like this Mercury retrograde period is a time for examination, deep, thorough examination. So I feel like some of you, that's what you're thinking about. You're just like, I want that deep love. I want that total agreement. I want the other person to get me on an emotional level. I don't want to have to over-explain. I don't want to have to, deal with so much conflict. And you want to really ask yourself, is that realistic? Okay. With everybody that you know, there are always people that will disagree with us. And there are always people that we naturally have a strong affinity for. So I feel like you're in danger of trying to, live up to this ideal, or you're looking for this ideal relationship that might not exist. And be a little bit more careful about, appreciating and being very, very grateful for the people in your life, friends, lovers, family. So then don't measure the reality against the ideal. The ideal is an ideal. It's an ideal type. And it works, in the perfect world. But I feel like in this circumstance that you're dealing with, it just feels to me like you might, separate, and you might forego a really good relationship partner in the process of searching for that ideal. It's not telling you to, settle for less or anything like that, because obviously we know if a relationship is not good for us, right? We know. But it just feels to me like you're looking for more, and you're feeling hemmed in a relationship or with a relationship partner because there's a lot of disagreement and there's a lot of conflict. So let's talk about the past here. And this is a good reminder. This is something good for you to keep in mind, okay? In the past, recent past, we have here the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the seed of something new. And if you look at the seed, right, like a sunflower seed, whatever it is that you're planning to cultivate, whatever it is that you're planning to put into the ground and watch it grow, it doesn't grow overnight, and it requires a lot of tender, loving care, right? It's just not something that's going to sprout out of the blue. And so I feel like you need to be reminded of this, okay? You're given an opportunity, and it can't grow on its own. It requires input, sunlight, water, nutrients, wind even to strengthen it against, turbulence and through turbulent times. That's when, the roots are strengthened. The roots grow deeper into the ground and the trunks, gain strength. And so through opposition, through difficult times, that's when the relationship can also strengthen. And at the time when this person came into your life, and I feel like for some of you, it might be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. When the person came into the picture, this is the star here. You were very fascinated by each other. And so you felt almost like, oh my gosh, this is everything that I've been wanting. This is the person that I've been dreaming about, I've been hoping for and wishing for. And so the universe is giving you what you want and especially what you need. Because I feel like the person is stubborn. They're fixed in their ways, they're stubborn, and they hold on tight to their values. And the nature of a lot of earth signs in general, earth signs are really, I feel like earth signs are very patient by nature. And I feel like if you're dealing with an earth sign, okay, let's just say you get into an argument and, Sagittarius, you tend to argue on a moral high ground. And you tend to argue in terms of ideals, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that person did that. Why would somebody do that? And then, the earth sign that you're dealing with, because they're very grounded, they're very pragmatic, and they're also very, very patient. They understand things. They're just like, well, there are all kinds of people in the world, so we shouldn't really be surprised that people do these things. And so I feel like that's what it is. It's more like you argue from that high moral standpoint. You expect people to be, righteous and perfect and just. And I feel like the person that you're dealing with, yes, they understand that ideally we want all of these qualities, but in the real world, people are just not behaving that way. So I feel like they sense that, they care about you and they're in your life because they know you're a really good person. But I just feel like in terms of communication, it's not even values. You have the same values, but communication requires so much effort, it seems like, from this, relationship. So here's the thing. The person came into your life, and at the time they came into your life, everything was very perfect, right? Everything was very ideal, and they are the right person. They're coming in, offering you what you need in order to restore your faith in love, relationships, in yourself, in order to boost your self-esteem. And now that there's a little bit of opposition coming into the relationship, your first inclination here is, this relationship is not enough. I want to separate. This is not going to work. So I want you to just slow down and really think about what you're doing. Okay. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't like to lecture. And so I feel like that's the narrative that I'm getting here. Crowning this reading, we have here the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is a major, major revelation. This is a major snippet of spiritual insight and wisdom that is going to be coming through for you at this present time and in the month of August. I feel like some of you have suspicions that, I don't know if the other person is committed to me. And then some of you are also grappling with the fact that this relationship is too topsy-turvy. From one day to the next, I feel like you feel like it's a little bit of a roller coaster ride. And then at the same time, you also feel as if it's almost like the relationship might not be very balanced. And you also suspect as well. And there might have been accusations in the past, okay? You almost suspect as well, like maybe they're flirting around with other people, okay? I'm just gonna see really quickly, is there gonna be a third party involved, okay? Because I feel like you have some trust issues coming through. So let me just see if that is there like a third party interfering in the relationship? We have here the Ace of Swords in the reverse position. And the Ace of Swords in the reverse position basically indicates a situation where somebody is being deceitful and they're not telling the truth. Okay? And we also have here the Emperor. And let me just assure you guys this. If you have suspicions, like, if it's not just disagreement, but if you have suspicions, they're saying that somebody is hiding the truth. But I feel like it's not like outright infidelity. It's like flirting outside of the relationship. It's somebody feeling a little bit under scrutiny, under attack. And so they're looking outside the relationship for ego stroking, for validation, for that emotional support. Does that make sense? So if you feel a little bit estranged from your partner and you're just like, I wonder what they've been doing. They've been, out of the picture for long stretches of time. I feel like they're looking for people that will give them that emotional support. So I feel like it's really important for you this month to fix relationships, okay? The relationships that are the people that are important to you, the people that you love, try to fix relationships, all right? Moving forward, what we have here as well is the water sign. So this is the Queen of Cups. This is a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. This is somebody that really, really loves you. They're very caring, very loving, very nurturing. And what I have here is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands basically means that, when you look at the depiction, a lot of success coming in for this relationship partner. So if you're dealing with a water sign in particular, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, I feel like things are going to go swimmingly well. And if you're wondering, if you have a water sign in mind and you're just like, do they like me? Do they want to be with me? I feel like the answer, you're getting your yes here, okay? For singles, I feel like you're still clinging on to this heartache, okay? And you have suitors around you and possibly earth sign and water sign. So we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then we have the water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And if you, in particular, if you're dealing with a Pisces, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, just the water sign. If you're dealing with a water sign, what I feel happening is they have some good news that they want to share with you. So I feel like they're reaching some type of a pivotal turning point for the better in their career. They're making more money. They want to shower a lot of gifts and love and affection upon you. And I also feel like there's going to be a lot of social outings associated with this water sign. And then for others, if you're dealing with an earth sign, be very careful about, don't compare your relationship with other people, okay? So for example, if you're with an earth sign, let's just say if you're with a Taurus and your friends, they're getting a lot of gifts, they're getting a lot of flowers, balloons, whatever, jewelry, whatever, from their significant other. And you're, comparing like, why doesn't my boyfriend or girlfriend give me these things? Be very careful about that, okay? The relationship is between two people. And if there are things that you're not happy with, definitely nip them in the bud and talk about them so that you don't, so that your partner doesn't feel devalued and your partner doesn't feel unappreciated, okay? So I feel like we need to get our relationship on track here. All right, we need to get it on track. It seems to me like other areas of your life, it's going very well. And so you need to get things back on track so that, all of these insecurities and, issues when it comes to relationship can clear out of the way.